Welcome back to Sports Showtime.
The LSU baseball team looked to shut down their second straight in-state opponent when they faced McNeese State last night in the box. Let's take you to the highlights.
In pregame, Coach Maneri looks to pump his team up, and it worked for Ryan Bird. Ryan Bird pitched 4 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts, allowing only 1 walk. Tigers' bat started out kind of cold, but they began to pick up later. Blake Dean's singles here turns into a double off an errant throw by McNeese State. Micah gives sacrifice fly here that will put the Tigers on the board, finally scoring Sean Ochinko.
Next in the 4th, Ryan Schimpf is going to hit this down the middle. He's going to score Dean to take the Tigers up 2-0. McNeese State would later in the 6th go to score and end up taking the lead now 3-2 over the Tigers. This time Gibbs up to the plate, line drive up the middle. He's going to advance Dean to 3rd. And now Schimpf comes up to clear the bases with a shot out to right field. It was a 3-run homer. He had 4 RBIs for the game, takes up the Tigers 6-3. LSU would go on to beat McNeese 6-3. Ryan was hot name of the night as second baseman Ryan Schimpf went 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs and a home run.
And pitcher Ryan Bird was virtually untouchable in his 4 innings of pitching with 8 strikeouts, 3 hits, and a walk. LSU will be on the road this weekend as they take on South Carolina on Friday at 6 o'clock.
An SEC matchup of epic proportions took place just beyond Alec Box as the LSU softball team hosted second-ranked rival Alabama in a midweek doubleheader. In Game 1, Cody Trahan gave up only 2 runs with 8 strikeouts. After a close victory in Game 1, the Tigers ended up down 5-1 in the 5th inning of Game 2. The Tigers rallied back, starting with a bunt by Jessica Mouse. Shortridge and Jazz Jackson singled to load the bases for Juliana Santos. Santos was hit by a pitch to walk in a run as Rachel Mitchell then hit a bases-clearing double to tie the game. A victory in Game 2 brought the midweek sweep for the Tigers. LSU defeated SEC rival Alabama 3-2 in Game 1 and 6-5 in Game 2. The Lady Tigers moved to 4-2 in SEC play and will travel to take on Mississippi State on Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. After the game, Sports Showtime caught up with Coach Yvette Girard about how her team pulled this monumental upset.
They don't ever give up, and they keep fighting. They have a lot of confidence in their ability, but, you know, Shortridge comes in and shuts them down, and, you know, we have that one big inning with a lot of people producing in that inning.
Although last night's softball game was a priority point game for students, some couldn't make it out there.
That's right, Brian. They were on the diamond themselves as softball intramurals continued last night at the Rec. Let's take you to some of the action. Game 1 of the night, Sigma Nu versus SAE. SAE takes a shot out to left. They try to get it in, but not quite, as it was an in-the-park home run for SAE. Sigma Nu now up to the bat. He hits it out to left as well. The left fielder having a little problem there, fumbling the ball, tries to throw it in, but 2 runs would go to score for Sigma Nu. They would go on to win 16-4.
Sigma Nu A wasn't the only team that would get a victory, as their B squad, Sigma Nu B, took on Phi Delta Theta in our second game of the night. Phi Delta Theta, we thought we'd show you the only highlight of the night as he comes up with the web gem catch, and you thought, act like he's going to throw the ball in, but he doesn't. Sigma Nu B hits the blue blooper here, and obviously they greased the ball down before they started the game because the player couldn't catch up with it. They were going to win the game 7-4.
SAEB now taking on the Cobras, hits it into close to second base there. He can't quite catch the ball. Throws it to his man at third. He misses the tag, continues to run home, and they also apparently missed the tag there as he would go on to score in a big win, 17-1 the Cobras fall.
Now for scores from the rest of the frat league, Pike took the win over Sigma Chi 6-2. Apparently the Kappa Alpha Henry Garden Hosers' name is better than their skills as they fell to Acacia 10-5. Kappa Sigma A beat Pi Kappa Phi A in a close game 10-9.
Kappa Sigma and Pi Kappa Phi were matched up again with their B teams, but Kappa Sig won in a forfeit. Lambda Chi A mutilated Theta Chi A 28-2. Kappa Alpha A also did some big scoring against Sigma Alpha Mu as they won 13-2.
And the numbers were reversed with Delta Chi and TKE as Delta Chi takes the victory 21-12. In another massive blowout, Theta Chi B on Pi Kappa Phi Gold 25-5. Alpha Gamma Rho barely took the win from Sig L 7-6.
Now for scores from the Women's League, Kappa Delta shut out Chi Omega 14-0. Delta Zeta also had a big win over Delta Gamma 13-1. And Phi Mu loses by half to Zeta Tau Alpha 16-8.
While we haven't seen a big upset yet from college basketball, there was already an upset yesterday on the tennis courts as the number 35 ranked LSU took on the number 27 South Florida yesterday at Dub Robinson Stadium. After going one-on-one with the Bulls in doubles matches, it was up to Michael Venus and Neil Skupski to give the Tigers the edge. A Mark Bautel and Sebastian Carlson victory, along with 3 singles victories from South Florida, left the match tied at 3 apiece. The win for LSU rested on the shoulders of 9th-ranked Michael Venus, who clinched the victory for the Tigers. LSU defeated South Florida 4-3. Senior Michael Venus defeated Lucas Javita in 3 sets, 6-3, 4-6, and 5-1. Venus and Javita met on the court again as the doubles team of Venus and Neil Skupski defeated the South Florida doubles team of Javita and Thomas Estrada 8-4. After the match, we caught up with Michael Venus to see what it was like for him and Lucas Javita to be the last men on the court.
Yeah, it's nervous, but been through it a few times, so know what to do, and it's great to have everyone there just supporting you after every point. And no, it's actually a good feeling. I actually enjoy it.
The men weren't the only ones on the court yesterday. The women's tennis team hosted 2 matches, starting with Tulsa. The Lady Tigers defeated the Hurricanes 5-2. The LSU doubles teams were unstoppable as they took all 3 matches. Hannah Robinson clinched the match for the Lady Tigers as she defeated Anastasia Arofiba. Later in the afternoon, LSU took on Grambling and swept the Tigers 7-0 after continuing to dominate in doubles matches. The Lady Tigers will resume play next Wednesday in the dub against Oregon at 3 p.m.
All right, well, it's time for our first commercial break.
But when we come back, Hobie will be in the studio to break down this weekend in LSU sports. Stay tuned, you're watching Sports Showtime on Tiger TV.